What's up, guys? Welcome back to Say Mojo Homestead. Today is turkey processing day, which I am really excited, but truth be told, really nervous as well. Cass is not with me this morning because she has a dance studio event that she is over. So she's over there doing that all morning long. This is the first time we have processed turkeys. We've done chickens. I'm told it's pretty much just like a oversized chicken. So I'm hoping for that. The other reason I'm a little bit nervous is because we have always processed chickens with some fellow homesteaders and some friends. And today we're not doing that. Basically, the only thing that's affected by that is the fact that we don't have a kill cone. So I did see this method on someone else's YouTube channel. So we're gonna try it and see if it works. Worst case, it doesn't work and it makes it interesting. Best case, it works, and hey, we've solved a problem. We do have 5 turkeys that we are processing. We just kind of did a straight run order. 4 of ours ended up being drakes and 1 ended up being a hen. So I'm really curious to see how big they ended up getting. The breed that we did was Murray McMurray's bronze breasted, the turkey version of the big red broiler, which is their kind of specific breed for chickens. It takes a little bit longer than your traditional like white meat bird turkey to grow out, but not too much longer. But it is supposed to have a little bit more like richness and depth to the flavor. So I've got my scalding water on, getting that heated up. I'm going to string up the line that we're going to hang them from, and then yeah, get everything else set up, the table, the plucker, all that stuff. So let's get started. All right, so the processing overall went very smoothly. I was very pleased with it. Huge thanks to John, who's the young man that's staying with us, for helping out. He did a great job helping us. And the size of these birds, I was really impressed with and excited to get the weight on them so that we will know what they weigh. Joe even jumped in and helped out a little bit. He was great with doing the hose and plucking out those extra feathers. He really did enjoy doing that, and even gave us a little turkey dance demonstration.
It's a turkey dance.
So I have Cass with me here now.
Yes.
Even though you guys can't see her at the moment, but she's about to pop on here. So what are you most excited about with our turkeys?
Honestly, I'm the most excited about having turkey meat to grind.
Yeah.
When we were trying to cut back on our grocery bill when the kids were younger, I did a lot of ground turkey recipes. We haven't done those in a while, so I'm excited to bring that back.
Yes. That will be good. So one thing I did not really explain, we are going to do 3 where we just kind of break them down, and most of that will probably go into just being ground up turkey meat.
Yes.
The other 2 are going to cook as whole birds.
Right.
All right, guys, so I actually was really pleased with the way that this process went. So if you don't have a kill cone, I'm going to show you how we hang it. So this one has already been dispatched. It is done, so don't worry about seeing anything crazy, but this is your warning right now if you do get squeamish and don't like to see dead animals. So what we did is just have a loop, pass that loop through itself. If this makes sense to you, then you understand what I'm saying. If not, I don't really know how to explain it better, but you're going to do it to where you can tighten it down. So we would put that over their feet. This was before they were dispatched. Flips over it, and then we have a carabiner set up and let it hang. And that's it. All right, now you get to see her lovely face. We just wanted to talk about like the things that our first impressions, I guess, of raising turkeys, because we haven't done it before, so kind of pros and cons. I'll let you go first.
So honestly, I felt like they were pretty easy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was pretty hands off, so they were real easy for me. But just with our setup, I feel like they worked out really well. We didn't have to add more structure for them. So I feel like it was easy for us to just bring them on the homestead and raise them. So
What would you want to do different?
I probably would not want them in the goat pen.
I would agree with you on that.
Yeah.
That is one thing that I would not do. At first it was great, and then it did kind of prove to be a little bit problematic with some
Yeah.
areas. Like the feed, it was really hard to keep it separate from the goats because goats cannot get into like chicken feed or
turkey feed,
feed or any of that stuff because they're, you know, it is a different ratio and everything
Right.
else. So it was kind of hard to do that, and they just, I mean, they stink.
They do stink, and with them, like right by where I'm milking and stuff, that was not
Yeah.
my favorite.
So I would like to have them a little bit more isolated. So
Yeah.
we're gonna, I think, definitely do turkeys again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. That's one thing that we are gonna have to look at is how we
Yes.
want to do it. We did consider when we first got them just putting them in the chicken tractor and hauling them around,
Right.
but we had some overlap with our meat birds and the turkeys. So during that time, we put them in with the goats, and it was like, oh, well, this is a whole lot
Yeah.
easier because it was at that time. But then as they got bigger, it did prove to be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. So when it's raining or it's cold, I like the goats having that option to go into the stall. We built for them, and with the turkeys in there at night, we didn't do that. We couldn't do that. So we lost kind of part of our infrastructure for our goats.
The thing that I did like about them, or that was surprising to me, was how easy they were.
Oh, yeah.
Once you get them past that chick stage, they really are very resilient
Mm-hmm.
and very much hands-off. Whatever setup we come up with, I do want to make sure that we still have that convenience next year.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
you know, AKA not raising them in a chicken tractor.
Yeah.
But I am definitely sold on them. I loved having them. And I do kind of miss coming out and hearing the gobble, gobble, gobble. Which so many of you guys commented on the last video. So you got to enjoy the last few gobbles from those guys, sadly
Yeah.
enough, but you know.
Yeah.
Um,
And they are a lot of fun. They have a lot of personality.
Yes, definitely.
I enjoyed watching them. So I definitely would love to have them again.
So overall, we
Yeah.
would suggest, if you haven't done turkeys, look into it.
Yeah,
I would,
try it out.
I would say, in our experience, do meat chickens first.
Right.
That's kind of a good introductory into them. But
Mm-hmm.
then, if you feel comfortable with meat chickens, definitely do the turkeys. Turkeys are worth it, and I'm just so excited to eat ours in a few days.
I know. Thanksgiving turkey from our farm.
Yes. So speaking of Thanksgiving, this video is different. Has been a little bit different than most of them that we have done. Why not switch it up and not do highs and lows since it's the week of Thanksgiving? If you're seeing this the week it comes out, let's do. And I'll go first.
Your
'cause
classic curveball.
I know.
I'm not ready.
I love it. So I'm gonna go first. But what has been over this past year, and I want to hear your guys' answer to this too in the comments below. In the past year, what have you found yourself being most grateful for? So I'm gonna kind of just stop it there to make it.
Give a moment.
So I'll go first, and this may be a little bit cliche, just being a homesteader and stuff like that, but I really thought through it, and I'm like, I don't know if there's that much, like, this really kind of hit me this year for whatever reason, but I don't know that I have been more thankful, definitely this year, but even ever, of just having the ability and the capability and I'm gonna even say like mobility, like health mobility, to be able to raise most of our food.
Yeah.
And I think that that's because really in this last year, we have gotten to the point where we are relying so much less on the grocery store.
Right.
And I was just thinking that back on it, and I'm like, man, that is crazy. Like, that is definitely, in gratitude over the last year, what I'm most thankful for is just how far we've come.
Right.
And how much we
Yeah.
are able to now do out here on our homestead. So
Right.
that has been huge.
So for me, I think it's kind of along the same lines, but I've been so thankful for just our lifestyle and the fact that I do feel like even though I have kind of a crazy schedule, there are so many rhythms that we have on the homestead that are relaxing to me. Like, I'm beyond the point where milking is a chore, and it's more something where I can go out with my cup of coffee and my goats and just milk them and
Have
have,
your
a
moment in the morning.
minute. Yeah. And in the garden, it is a place where I can go and do the work, but in probably a perspective shift. You know, there's probably been a perspective shift, but just not feel the rush and the stress of doing it perfectly or getting everything
Yes.
done right then. Like, it's okay if I do a little section of weeds. I don't have to weed the entire garden in the 30 minutes that I have to spend in there. Enjoying it from a place of rest and doing it from a place of rest and enjoyment and in an act of worship, honestly, and not in I have 30 minutes, I have to get as much done as I possibly can, you know? So that being said, this is a crazy, crazy season for us. And this weekend has been super busy, super packed, and we still have a Friendsgiving to get to.
Yes,
So,
like in 5 minutes.
Yes. So it's a little bit different. Our video is a little different today, but we thank you guys that may be new, may just be finding us. Thank you for joining us on our homestead today and just seeing what it's like to process turkeys.
Yeah.
So we hope y'all have a great week and be blessed.